when did you start doing that? How did this whole idea come about?
2015. It was originally it was a short story, and then about 2020, I was looking for something to do, something new. 2021, like a new film to do, and I came across a short story, and I thought, this would make a better film. I could flesh it out more, and it was like, I got sort of got inspired by that, and then I wrote a script around the short story. It changed a lot of things, and that was like 2021. And the big challenge was finding somebody to play Steve the Stammer. I wanted Gary Oldman to play Steve the Stammer, but it was not going to really realistic option. So I tried a couple other people, like supposedly professional actors and stuff. And then we did a reading, and we were there doing the reading, and after the reading I was just like, oh, I'm not doing this film, screw this film, this is a stupid idea. I'm never going to find anybody to be able to play the character. And then I was in the kitchen and I asked Charles, I said, Charles, what do you think? And he's like, I really like that guy, the Brummy, the guy from Birmingham. I was like, really? I was like, and it hadn't struck me, and Lee, if he doesn't mind me saying, is dyslexic. So when he was reading at the reading, but he was just reading. He wasn't reading Steve the Stammer. He was reading another character, but he was stuttering with it. So the fact that Charles, I didn't notice it because I was paying attention to the actor that was reading for the character. But when he said that, it did. And then I went back into the room, and Lee was just having a conversation, and I was like, Lee is Steve the Stammer. And I said to Lee across the room, I said, Lee, I think you'd make a good Steve the Stammer. And he turned to me and he said, I'd love to play that role. And he was like gung-ho about doing it from day one, but we didn't really start shooting it for still about another year or so. We prepped it for a long time and just sort of, before we shot. It takes a long time, you shouldn't just shoot.
So you really fleshed everything out beforehand?
I think so, yeah. I think we did a good job at that.
Nice.
Like, I felt like this one, I was like, I'm going to be like, if it takes 5 years, it takes 5 years. It takes however long it takes. I didn't want to be rushed. Because you shouldn't be rushed. I didn't want to be rushed this time.
How long did it take?
Well, 5 years almost, almost 2025, Well, it'll be finished. It's finished, so 4.5 years or something, 4 and 7 years. Sorry, did I answer your question correctly? Is that sufficient?
That's a very sufficient answer. Thank you very much. In terms of when you were doing the filming, what made this one different from like the last couple films that you've done, Cornered and Safe Place? What made this one special?
Ursa, the camera. Owning the camera and being able to do it on our own terms was a difference, because, for instance, with Cornered, we had a DP, so we were rushing things on the day because we knew we were paying them. I knew I was paying them on the day. Whereas this one, and then at the end of the film, I didn't own the camera. Whereas now I own the camera, and it was like, that was the difference in this one. And it was just, I don't know, when you own the camera, and it's just more personal, I think.
Yeah, you can do...
Just like the first one, like a Safe Place, I used my own camera. The second one, I didn't use my own camera. I wanted to use my own camera on this one. People say, oh, you can rent a camera. Okay, you go rent a camera then. I kind of, sorry, I like to have, I don't know, I just like to...
You like to own it?
Yeah, it's like playing my own guitar or something. I like it to be mine, It's like, I don't mind playing somebody else's, but
run out
I prefer
guitar.
my own.
All right.
Anyway, because I know it. I know how it works. Anyway, whatever. That's different, yeah. What else was different about this one? Just more experience.
Yeah.
We're better. We're a better team.
All right. Without rushing things or anything like that, we kind of did things very...
Yeah.
I don't want to say piecemeal. I want to say like we thought about what we were going to do before we did it a lot more.
Yeah, and if we screwed up, it didn't matter, We could just say, oh, whatever, just do it again. But a lot of times, sometimes like we had to get it right. Like remember when we were shooting in Holborn Station with Mike.
Oh yeah.
And afterwards, Mike was really mad. I sent him a message and I can't remember. He sent back, and he was like, because it was like he had 2 takes to do it. And we did one. And it was like, Mike, you only got one more, man. Don't make a mistake. And he didn't though. The crazy thing is he did not make. He was like spot on. It was like, yeah, I was because we were like the guards. I've been there so many times since there, and I always see guards. There's always guards, and I'm like, for some reason when we filmed that scene, there were no guards, and we got away with it. We were just lucky.
I remember looking at one of them, and like I looked him in
Very
the
lucky.
eyes. I had this sort of feeling of fear, like they knew, and they just sort of didn't. They ignored me, and we walked off. It was brilliant.
I know, because it's a big camera, that Ursa, big mama.
Yeah, it's huge. It's way bigger than that thing that you're bouncing there.
Yeah, that's true.
It's at least 4 times the size of that. When you were
about 20 times.
when you were filming, and because I know you edit kind of as you go, so you'll shoot a day, and then you'll edit it, and then you'll add it to the whole timeline.
Yeah.
So you're constantly piecemealing the editing process. Once you've actually got all the footage, what happens then? What's going on behind the scenes?
Well, it's just the puzzle fills in, I guess. The script fills in, the script changes, but at a certain point, it does change. But what do you mean? I don't understand.
Well, in terms of those changes, what kind of things changed?
What kind of things changed? What do you mean?
In terms of story aspects, or like a scene that came out differently, and then you maybe put it in a different place, and it worked out better there, or just things that departed from the original script.
I think you probably, I would say, add more B-roll, like, because you don't know what the B-roll is going to be and what will be good B-roll, so that you kind of discover on the way. But most of what, like I would say, in terms of what's in the script already, I would say that if you do anything, you're taken away. Like there were more scenes that I just think I didn't shoot because we just didn't need them. They were superfluous, or it was better without them, I think.